Well, how about that as a start to the conversation, a conversation that talks about Montana innovating legislatively, Montana bringing forward collaboration between growing business community, and legislation to help us as a state move forward. With that in mind, it really leads us to our next conversation and our keynote speaker. In 2021, Christi Jacobsen was elected or put into office for the Secretary of State. She was re-elected in 2025 and has shown over the years a consistent and strong support of the Montana business community, specifically small business. She drives us to form partnerships. She is increasing our ability to do business in this state. And for the Chamber of Commerce, there's no better advocate. And I'd like you to welcome me, or help me welcome her to the stage. Secretary of State Christi Jacobsen.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to speak with all of you today for the 2026 Business Days at the Capitol. Thank you, Todd O'Hare, always, and the Montana Chamber for inviting me to be here. I can't think of a better way to kick off the new year. Since we're entering a new year, I've been thinking about New Year's resolutions, and most people make resolutions like exercise more, eat healthier, clean out the garage, but I've noticed something about Montana's business community. Whether you're running a business, serving clients in insurance or finance, managing a bank branch, leading an association, or whatever your professional role may be, your resolutions tend to sound a little different. You say things like, this is the year we expand. This is the year we hire more people. This is the year we take the risk we've been putting off. Your resolutions aren't about small changes. They're about growth, ambition, and taking on challenges. That's what I love about Montana's business community. This year, I made a few resolutions of my own to make it even easier for Montana businesses to succeed, to cut more red tape, to eliminate more unnecessary fees, to clear more hurdles out of your way, and to make sure my office continues to operate at the speed of business, not the speed of bureaucracy. Because when you're out chasing your business goals, the last thing you need is government slowing you down. Speed and quality are essential, and we are here to serve Montana businesses, delivering both. I'd like to share a quick overview of Montana's business climate, because it's important to know where we're at before we discuss where we want to go. 2025 was another record year for business registrations in Montana. I'm proud to say that marks the 5th consecutive year since I've taken office that we've had record business growth. Simply put, we have lots of momentum heading into 2026. We saw over 76,000 new businesses in 2025, which was topped last year's record of nearly 64,000 new business registrations, and that's no small jump. I truly believe that a thriving business environment does not happen by accident. It is intentionally built through collaboration between state leaders and businesses. A few ways I've worked to help Montana businesses in the last few years include I waived the 2025 annual report filing fee. I waived it again this year for 2026, and will be doing so in 2027 as well. This has been made possible by our own business efficiencies. This saves businesses across the state millions of dollars. We have the lowest fees in the country. I cut registration fees in half for all new businesses and eliminated several other fees entirely. As a business owner, fees can add up quickly, and I want to do everything I can as Secretary of State to alleviate that financial burden, allowing you to focus on operating your business. Lastly, an example that isn't related to finances, but simply aims to make it easier for business owners. We are the first state to offer an online business filing system that's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Business owners can access all their documents and information around the clock for their convenience. A few examples of how I've cut red tape include faster processing times for registrations and renewals. Some business registrations can be processed in just 1 hour. Where else in state government can you get something turned around in an hour or less? Simplified online systems that reduce and eliminate unnecessary steps, which is part of an ongoing effort to ensure we are delivering a user-friendly experience, and reviewing and removing outdated requirements. As a government agency, we focus on serving businesses by removing bureaucratic hurdles. There are 2 primary ways to achieve this. First and foremost, customer service is our top priority. My office doesn't see businesses as transactions. We see people, jobs, communities, and stories behind them. I'm confident that those of you who have called my office with a question about your business were met with a responsive, supportive, and knowledgeable team member on the other end of the phone. Your call is answered by real people, our business specialists who spend their days going above and beyond to help businesses navigate requirements. We recently received a call from a customer seeking assistance with a nonprofit application. She called to follow up and make sure it was resubmitted properly and was wondering when it would be available. She started the conversation with, "I just have to tell you how awesome it is to call this office. You have all been so kind and helpful. The best government agency I've dealt with so far." Another recent example, I just want you to know that your customer service was absolutely wonderful, and it was so refreshing to have a friendly and extremely helpful person on the line. Thank you so much. These testimonials are in my mind and in our mind each and every day when we set the bar. We are always looking towards the future with continuous improvement at the forefront. For example, we are working to integrate artificial intelligence into our daily tasks as an office to increase efficiency and accuracy. I recently heard a speaker say, "You won't lose your job to AI, you will lose your job to the person who understands and knows how to use AI." That really stuck with me. We regularly discuss and implement how we can best use AI to enhance our work. As it evolves quickly, so will my office. The use of AI and data leads to a bigger conversation, one about the future of Montana's business climate. Because the truth is, technology isn't just changing how we work, it's changing what's possible. And Montana has a real opportunity to lead and not follow. Right now, we're in a strong position. Businesses are growing, business owners are taking calculated risks, and communities across the state are seeing new investment. But I'm confident we can be in an even better place by 2026 and 2027, not by accident, but by being intentional, bold, and willing to embrace innovation. To get there, we need to make sure every opportunity isn't limited to one corner of the state. Innovation shouldn't stop at the city limits of Bozeman or Billings. It should reach the main streets of Glendive, just shop floors in Havre, the ranches outside Lewistown, and the small businesses that keep our rural towns alive. Montana's strength has always come from the balance between our urban hubs and our rural communities, and the future will be no different. Imagine a Montana where a rancher can use advanced tools to manage operations more efficiently, where a small business in town of 800 people can sell to customers around the world, where a startup in Missoula collaborates seamlessly with a manufacturer in Great Falls, where Montana is the cornerstone in the future of energy and minerals critical for our state and the rest of our country. That's the kind of connected, innovative, opportunity-rich Montana that we should be building. While you're out there utilizing modern technology to grow your business, my office is keeping a pulse on best practices to serve Montanans through modernization as well. We are committed to keeping Montana competitive, business-friendly, and wide open for growth. We're focused on clearing barriers, opening the free market, and making sure that whether you're launching a new venture or expanding a long-standing family business, the state of Montana is a partner in your success, not an obstacle. The future is bright, and with the right tools, the right mindset, and the right partnerships, Montana can lead the way into 2026 and beyond. I want to invite everyone here today and the broader business community across Montana to keep the ideas coming. Tell us what's working, tell us what's not. Share the challenges you're facing on the ground. My door is always open. I'm listening, and my office is ready to roll up our sleeves and work alongside you. Montana's business future is every bit as bright as the people who are building it. And I'm genuinely excited about the partnerships we've built between my office and the business community. That partnership is how we keep Montana a place where businesses and the people behind them can thrive, grow, and lead. Thank you for all the work you do and for being here today.
Thank you, Secretary Jacobsen. Clearly, your leadership has changed how business works with government, and we really appreciate the constant attention and that you give to our businesses. That the change in regulation, red tape, things like that are really meaningful.